worms and warriors, and welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. It's September the 3rd, 1861. We're heading into episode 4 of this playthrough. So a quick overview here. We've got a real problem going on. The Army of the Mississippi, the Union Army of the Mississippi, moved from Indiana to the Ohio River and then bombed down the Mississippi River towards Fort Pillow and Memphis. This is a genuine problem for us. So Fort Pillow is besieged. It does have 1,600 men in there. However, it's about to fall, I think. Even though it says stable, these boys have literally just gotten in here, so I'm presuming they're going to fall. It's John C. Fremont in charge of the Army of the Mississippi, so a pretty poor commander, if I'm honest, but it doesn't make that much difference in this game. But anyway, the problem we've got is that Fort Pillow is going to fall, and that's going to leave it open to Memphis. In fact, not just to Memphis, it's going to leave the Mississippi open all the way down to New Orleans. So that's a real problem. What we're doing here, we're pulling the Army of Tennessee with 14,500 men back towards Fort Pillow to see if we can fight the Army of the Mississippi here. Well, I mean, hopefully we will be able to, but the way this works sometimes, the AI seems to move very, very quickly. They are not constrained in the same way that the player is with supply, or don't seem to be anyway, or movement speed. Like, for example, they moved this whole distance very quickly and just bypassed our fleet that was on the river. I mean, granted, our fleet was only one gunboat, but still, that should have still slowed them down. But it didn't, and they're at Fort Pillow, so there's nothing for it but to come and deal with him with our 14,500 men. So we're going to be substantially outnumbered when the fight comes. These are all green troops. His boys won't be green troops because they'll have the experience from the fort fight, which also sucks for us, so it's going to be difficult. We're recruiting some troops into the Central Western Department recruiting pool, but I mean, they're going to be a while. It's only 6,500 men. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one. In the end of the last episode, we kicked McClellan's butt right here in the Shenandoah Valley, so he should be retreating out of there. We'll see what happens with that. For some reason, they've got control of Beverly. I don't really understand how that can be. We marched from Beverly to Grafton, so I don't understand how they've got control of Beverly. I'm presuming it's just some cheat from the AI to mean that the Army of Occupation can retreat to Beverly rather than having to retreat up into Maryland. But, you know, what can I do? Nothing. Just deal with it. So what else have we got happening here? We're recruiting troops into the Eastern Department, the Hampton Division. It's not really the Hampton Division, it's just Magruder's command. They've got 5,000 men, which is not amazing. We're very short-handed here. I'll send these boys out, actually. Let's transfer these guys out into Magruder's force. And I'm going to organise Magruder into a couple of divisions as well. We've got no weapons. Nothing at all. We can't even upgrade the Springfield rifles. It's a real problem, so... yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. So we're in a bit of a tight spot, to be honest. Let's sort Magruder out in a couple of divisions. Not Van Dorn. I like Van Dorn in the west. Give it away at Hampton. Heinemann, I like him in the west as well. Let's go with Richard Anderson for the 2nd Division. Very small divisions, of course. Oh, and that won't do. I like the artillery at the bottom. I'm a fanny like that. Okay. There we are. And then Wooford's boys will be joining in as well. It's just, there's nothing much going on here. We've got no real manpower. We've got no weapons. Half our guys have got mixed muskets here. It's crazy. We can give out Springfield musketoons to the cavalry at least. So I'm suspecting we're going to see fighting in Virginia here. McDowell's not just going to sit tight. He's got 29,000 men between these two armies. We've got roughly the same number, but, you know, it's not great. Weapons are okay, actually, for the Army of the Potomac. The Hampton Division's weapons, however... Well, Ruggles has Mississippi's at least, but the rest have all got mixed muskets, and then the artillery is okay, I suppose. But the real issue we've got going on is here on the Mississippi. It's only September 1861, and they're already pushing on Memphis. It's a real issue. We do have some troops here in the Trans-Mississippi, but again, not that many. 11,500 under Price. And then the recruiting force here, the Trans-Mississippi Department, under Donaldson with 1,500 men. I mean, weapons poor. Well, I'm considering moving the Trans-Mississippi Department towards Little Rock. Maybe pushing up into Missouri with the Trans-Mississippi Army, but again would be outnumbered and be fighting in enemy territory. And that's not easy, if I'm honest. Like, it's not that easy, especially not if you're outnumbered on this difficulty level. Just before we go on here, so if you are new here, why not subscribe to the channel? Check out the series. Like I say, this is episode 4. We've had some pretty good battles actually in the last couple of episodes. So it's worth a look if you're into this sort of thing. So why not go ahead and do that? Well, something I'm going to do here, actually, I've just thought, I'm going to scrape one of these brigades out of one of the forts. So we've got 1,500 men pretty much in all 3 of these forts, give or take. We're going to move one of the brigades out. Let's do, we'll go from Fort Henry's garrison. Actually, these guys are from Kentucky with 50 morale. I don't know. Let's do it anyway. They're going to go into Joe Johnston's army. I should have gone the other way around. Again, I don't like that. So, again, but Springfield muskets. Sorry for these boys. Nearly mixed muskets. Yeah, Springfield muskets, rifle muskets. One unit with them. Yeah, very poor. Again, the artillery's okay, but not amazing. But that's going to take him to 16,000 men, which is a bit better. It shouldn't take him too long to get there since he's right next to him as well. 1 day, okay. So let's press play and let's get started with this campaign. Let's get going. Oh, actually, just before I do, I know I always say that, just before I do, but I had a bit of problems with the comments coming through on the last video, but I have managed to sort that out. They weren't showing up for some reason. And I had to approve them all. I'm not sure if that's some change in the settings on YouTube or whatever, but I have seen them all. Thanks very much for the comments. And Falk, I have seen your 4 unit requests. I will get on those once we deal with this ticklish problem we've got going on at Fort Pillow. Let's see what happens here. Let's get started. Unit routed. It's probably ours, I guess. Well, one of their brigades is routed at least. Disaster at Fort Pillow. Lang surrenders. Oh, good. So that new brigade that went in there has just been captured. 1,500 men captured just like that. And we've lost the fort, of course. That really is a disaster. Let's get him going here. We're going to do a forced march. We need to try and intercept these boys down here. So we are on the march. Why is he not taking the train down here? I don't get that. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to be retreating towards Beverly. We're going to pull Joe Johnston's force up here to resupply. Hopefully we can take Grafton before the Army of Occupation sorts itself out and comes at us, because we've only got 1,200 men up there. Ah, he's on the train now. Okay, so I suspect we're going to see some action here, but these boys haven't joined him yet. Why not? The Manassas depot is ready, okay. 2 days now. So it looks like Crossland's brigade won't be there for this fight. I'm not sure if this is down to the AI improvements for this 1.09 patch, but I'm liking it, except for this bullshit, because I mean that brigade was right next to the army. They would have clearly just joined them and moved on. Well, never mind. Alright, well, are we going to fight or what? 3 days for them to arrive. What the hell? Screw it, we're going to fight without them. Right, so it's gone into this bullshit. So we're going to press assault, which should take it to a battle, I think. Maybe not. That does. It wasn't working there for a second. Right, so this is going to be a nightmare fight, I would think. Let's see how it goes. Victory is certainly not a foregone conclusion. All right, then. John C. Fremont with a strength of 19,000 men, 18 guns. Battle of Fort Pillow, Arkansas. Meeting engagement, but we're getting to deploy right next to the Centerville Pike, which is the objective. Where's the Union? Up here, Old Market Road. All right. Pretty grim ground. I presume they're going to cross here. It's difficult to say, though. Who we got here? We've got Claiborne's division with 4,500 men. We've got Pillow's division with 3,200 men. And Hardy's division with 3,100. So, I mean, at least we're not on the offensive here. That is a plus. It's a meeting engagement, but it should switch to him having to attack us. We've got no cavalry. We haven't recruited any cavalry here yet. It's just they're taking forever and ever and ever to get through. So we won't have any scouting available. So what we're going to do here, we're going to put Bragg's division over here, covering this crossing. I don't think they're going to come from here. I suspect it'll be a difficult crossing in that ford there. And we'll try and stop them, basically. The majority of our force, the other 3 divisions, are going to face this direction. Because I think they're going to cross at the stone bridge here. If that's the case, we'll pull Bragg's division away from here. But let's get some parapets made. I mean, that should make this crossing defendable. We're going to have guns in the centre here. So we should be able to blast them with canister. If they can even get across this, I don't know if that's a fordable thing. I guess it probably is. They could, of course, always cross up here. We'll see what happens. We'll see where they come from. We'll redeploy if required. Now, sadly, we can't quite deploy this on the objective. But what we'll do, we'll set up some defences here, just in case we need to pull back to it. If we have to, we can pull back to there. But what we're going to do, we're going to advance towards this bridge and see what happens. It's difficult to plan because I don't know what the AI is going to do here. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's get going. Hardy's Corps Division. Usually Hardy's a Corps commander for me. Pillow as well, normally. And Claiborne, to be honest. So I'm going to leave Claiborne here at the objective. I know we're spread out a little, we're kind of split up, and that's not ideal, especially not since it's these boys' first battle. But what can I do? I don't know where they're coming from. We've got no cavalry to scout, so we'll just have to see how it goes. I am concerned about Jones's Ford, actually. So maybe we march Claiborne over there. I think it's stupid. We'll not bother. We've got some viewer units in the fight here. We've got the 128th Latariba and the Egyptian Brigade as well. Seeing some action here. Oh, 29th Tennessee Infantry as well under Bate. Nice. I think that's it. So they are coming in from here. So, I mean, it would be really easy for them to cross actually at Jones's Fort. Ford. Yeah, okay, Claiborne's going to go this way. It might be a mistake. Well, it's one of them things in this game. You live and die by your mistakes, I suppose. And that's the way it ought to be. It shouldn't be easy. So actually, the highest rank we've got here is Brigadier General. I'll have to promote Albert Sidney Johnston if he's successful here. We've got Brigadier General Albert Sidney Johnston in charge of the army. Then we've got Colonel Claiborne in charge of his division. Bragg is a Brigadier General, and so is Hardy. Somewhere. There he is. I suspect I've made a mistake here. They're going to cross at Jones's Ford. Or can they cross here, or do they need to construct a bridge? feel like I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm worried about this now. We haven't spotted any movement. Let's go and send some skirmishers out. Okay, let's see if we can see anything happening. Claiborne's on the move now, at least. I'm very concerned about these crossings. Oh, okay, maybe not. We can see them coming here. Are they going to press this bridge? Question is, yeah, let's pull Claiborne back. I think we'll pull him back. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, Claiborne, messing you around there. So we've got an unfinished railroad for a bit of cover here, at least. I hope this is not a mistake to pull him back as well. They could still be crossing here, making a fool out of us, but we'll see. I think they're going to come here and enforce. There's 2 brigades here. There's 4,000 men already. 5,000, actually. The Egyptian brigade here looking very conspicuous. You can certainly see them. Now, we could cross Bragg and march them around and strike them in the rear, but I think that might be a mistake. We simply haven't got the manpower to just throw men around all over the place. Looks like Claiborne hasn't received the orders yet. Alright, so they should be coming under fire from 3 brigades just as they come off here. 4 brigades if the Egyptian brigade can reach them, which I kind of doubt. Few Union bodies littering the ground there. The Federals not fancying the crossing. He's still marching that way. Come on, Claiborne. Get this sorted out. So they're walking into a firestorm here, basically. So we've got, what, 5,000-ish, 6,000 rebels firing on them as they're crossing the bridge, plus artillery support. Idle, get firing. So, I mean, the 2nd Brigade is actually broken already, but they're coming forward. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, that's more like it. That is a hell of an ask for these Union soldiers here to cross this. Oh, they're so sensitive. But they're crossing in force. They've gotten over. Keep firing, boys. This could be where our poor weapons come to tell. Oh yes, this is a proper killing ground. Like this is grim. So the Yankees are in disarray here, getting cut down as they're crossing over the bridge. Total nightmare for them. And long may it continue. Keep firing, boys. We're taking some return fire here now. The Terribles losing some men. '29th Tennessee Infantry as well. Let's just have a quick zoom out and make sure nothing untoward's happening elsewhere. Claiborne's on his way back. Bragg, I figure it's probably over for him here. Oh no. Just don't bother. So these 2 brigades have bravely fought their way over. Oh no! Bushrod Johnson wounded from the Egyptian brigade already. Must have been leading from the front. We'll have to assign a new commander to your unit. Whoa! The Terribles fancy charging in here just for no reason. Oh, I've got to turn the damn initiative off for all of them. What the hell's Albacete Johnson doing? Pull back. Here comes some cavalry. This was grim for the Union. Pretty good for us, though. I don't mind. Claiborne spent the battle marching backwards and forwards. I'm sure he's pleased about that. Another brigade coming up. 2 more brigades coming up, actually. Another 2nd Brigade and the 1st Brigade. The 1st Cavalry's glitching a little here. Here's another attack, another brigade coming over. More Union troops are arriving. I mean, Fremont is a pretty awful commander, but this is even bad for him, I would say. So, I mean, really, Fremont, for this crossing these men over like this, I mean, he deserves to be court-martialed and executed as far as I'm concerned. Right, so that was a really solid defensive position. Very, very nicely done here. Well, I mean, not that I'm patting myself on the back, but you know what I mean. Bit disappointed that Bushrod Johnson was wounded already. Means he's going to be out of action for quite a while here. Bragg. I should have moved him a little sooner. Okay, let's get these boys, Les Terrible, get them charging this gun battery. We could do with capturing some artillery. Excellent. It'll probably be crap artillery, but you know, it's better than... Even crap artillery is better in our hands than it is in the Yankee hands. Excellent. Speed this up. Minimal casualties for us, which is exactly what we needed here because we were outnumbered. An excellent defensive position that we could hold, and an idiot pushing across the river. So we lost 1,700 men, almost 10% casualties. Pretty bad. We lost 172 men, which is not that bad at all. He lost 10 of his guns as well, which is handy. Minor victory, but an important one. Yeah, this is not working. So Pillow's division inflicted 1,003 casualties. Hardy's division 844. Les Terribles, 62 casualties inflicted, 49 prisoners taken. Egyptian Brigade. Oh no, hang on. Oh, right, I see. I was looking like a spaz. Okay, Les Terribles, 253 inflicted. Egyptian Brigade, 536, pretty damn good. That's infantry. So 51 infantry taken prisoner. 9, 4, and 3 for cavalry. 62 artillery losses inflicted. And 9 for the 2nd North Carolina Battery. Alright. Let's see if this works now. Press play to quit the battle. This has got to be joking. It's... Ah, there. I thought it wasn't going to work, and I thought it was going to rip us out of this victory. But it didn't. The Fort Pillow garrison fleeing in panic. Well, if you say so. We captured 1,000 rifles and 7 guns. We lost 24 men killed, 28 missing, the rest were wounded. They lost 1,700 total, 188 killed, 39 captured. 42 enemy soldiers being captured, or whatever. Taken to our POW camps. Nice. So let's see what this does. The fort hasn't flipped our control. I mean, I'm assuming it will. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to move time a little bit. It seems not. Right, well, This is just going to be a short episode today. I haven't got loads of time, but it was a nice little battle. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. Hopefully the victory at Fort Pillow will be coming in the next episode, and then we'll work on where to go from there. That was a nice fight here for these boys. Very pleased with how things went. Oh, Bushrod Johnson needs to be replaced. Okay, so let's see if I can find a commander for you. We'll have a look, see if we've got someone good. See if we can find an infantryman. Richard Garnett, he's pretty good. West Point man, infantry. Alfred Cumming. Seth Barton, he's alright as well. There's not much available, if I'm honest. Wood. Herbert? Nah. Oh, Edward Johnson, he's looking fine. Let's put him in there. I'll probably end up promoting him at some point. And it's another Johnson as well. So you had Bushrod Johnson. Now Edward Johnson, so nice. He's pretty good. And we're almost halfway to the first perk with these boys, most of them. Yeah, getting there. So, weapons. We captured 1,000 rifles acclaimed. Let's see what we've got. No rifle muskets, sadly. No decent guns either. But we did get some Springfield muskets there. We captured 1,000 Springfield muskets. Okay, so at least we can switch out one of these units who've got mixed muskets to have Springfield muskets. There we go. That's good. The fewer units we have with mixed muskets, the happier I am. So I think, have we got anyone? Yeah, we've got these guys. Jackson's brigade. And Crossland's brigade. Okay, so that's not too bad. We've got real weapons on order. We'll hopefully take this fort in a moment. And then we're going to have to think what we're going to do. We need more troops in the central region, that's for sure. Where's McDowell's army gone? Ah, he's taking Alexandria. Okay, so... Right. So McDowell's come around to Washington and then crossed over into Alexandria. And presumably McClellan's at Beverly still. We're still taking Grafton. I'm happy just to stay there with these boys and take that, if we can. And then do a runner once McClellan comes for us, because 1,200 men can't face him. So it's interesting. It's shaping up to be an interesting campaign. I've enjoyed this opening little salvo of it. So I'm going to call it here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll subscribe if you're new here. Let me know what you thought of it with a comment. And don't forget, I did see your comments on the last episode, even if they didn't show up on the video. I think they might be there now. I'm not sure. There was some hitch with YouTube, I think. But Falk, I have seen your unit requests, and I'll put them in between episodes. So stay tuned and check it out in the next one. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. I'll catch you later. Ta-ra for now.